Hello, people.
What's
Hello,
up?
hello, hello. It is
Yeah.
Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We know what time it is. It is chaotic conversation time. Tonight we have a special guest. She's filling in for Maz Mama Bear. Hi, welcome to the show, Christy. How are you doing?
Good.
Woo!
I'm great. Thank you so much for inviting me on.
Not a problem. And first, but not blah, blah, blah.
English.
First is a guy to my right. I think. I'm looking on
Other
my
way.
left here.
Other way.
By the way,
Is Anzo.
there you go.
Go ahead and tell the people where they can find you at, Mr. Anzo.
What's up, people? You know the channel, Bigger Ford Entertainment. Just hearing with Danny, Chris, Terrence, and Christine on the chaotic conversation. Can't wait to hear everybody's list tonight. I'll tell you guys where to meet me and everything at the end of the show.
That'll work. And to his right is Mr. Chris Knight. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing well. Yourself, Danny. And I just want to make it known to you, Danny, that it's
Oh
not called
Lord.
showing off. It's tech proficiency.
Oh
I
my
want to get that
God.
straight right now.
Oh my God.
Thank you for having me on, Danny, as usual. I appreciate
Hey,
it.
not a problem. And to the bottom, to the left for me, as I'm looking down, is Mr. Terrence. What's going on, Terrence?
What's going on, man? Yeah, what's up, humans? You can find me here with Danny on Sundays and Mondays, and then you can also find me on the Tremaine Terrence channel.
Good deal. Uh, I'm not understanding that message you sent, Chris. You care to elaborate?
Oh no, I have a fan going on right now. I don't
Oh,
know.
I got you.
Can you hear anything?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear it, but we ain't worried about that. We
Oh,
always.
okay. Just want to make sure.
It's okay. I got my AC on too. So
I am not going to
Yes,
ask anybody to sit in this for an hour and be hot and uncomfortable. So turn on your fans. And it's cool with me. We
Okay.
can hear you. Tonight, we usually do superhero type countdowns and rankings and stuff. But tonight, we're going to do something different. Last week, we were talking, and I don't know how this came up about music, but basically,
I used
all
my
of us,
psychic abilities
you
to
sure did.
to choose this.
All of us are lovers of music, and I think two artists that we're going to showcase tonight is Michael Jackson and Prince. And so the category is going to be our your five favorite songs of Michael Jackson first, and then five favorite songs of Prince. And then after everybody has gone around, we do some honorable mentions. My honorable mentions are long as hell.
Yes, mine could be. I stopped myself at 4 for each of them.
I got
Good.
20 on each. I'm
Well,
not going to call it 20, but I
I'll
got
tell
20 on
you
each.
what my thought of all of this is when you give me my chance. So,
Okay, being that she is a guest to the show and a lady, we're gonna let her go first.
Oh, thank you.
And what
absolutely.
are your top five favorite Michael Jackson songs?
Okay. I like Prince, but I love Michael Jackson more, and I didn't know we could have an honorable mention list. If I would known that, my list would have been about 30
Well,
to
then
go.
Yeah.
when we're done, you can just write them
Okay.
down while you're after you're done, so you have them.
So with Michael Jackson, I always go back to Thriller is my number one pick for Michael Jackson's favorite song. And that's my cat, sorry. then I go
You.
then I go to Dirty Diana,
Oh yes.
Ooh, yep.
Billie Jean,
Mm.
PYT, and
Mm-hmm.
then oh crap, I had Billie Jean on here twice. The Way You Make Me Feel.
Okay. All right, say that again. Thriller. Then what?
Thriller, Dirty Diana,
Okay.
Billie Jean,
Mm-hmm.
PYT,
Okay.
and The Way You Make Me Feel.
Okay. Cool.
Those are you ranking from 1 to 5 or 5 to 1?
1 to 5.
1 to 5.
On number two, I ain't not a big fan of that song, but I'm not
Which
mad at
one? Which one's number 2?
Dirty Diana.
Oh, you're crazy.
Mm,
You're crazy.
it's all right. Mm.
Oh, hey, I'll tell you what. If you don't like it, listen to The Weeknd do it, and then realize how freaking amazing he does it, and the fact that it's because of the way Michael did it that he did it that way. It's like, oh god,
Yeah.
it's an awesome song.
Okay. All right, Mr. Terrence, we're gonna let you go first with your Michael Jackson. What are your top five, sir?
All right. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson. I have been since I was a kid, and I
Do
mean,
you happen to have
just
some
from
You happen to have some video footage of you dancing
Oh
as
yeah.
Yeah, I gotta talk to my grandfather because I know he has a collection. Because when I was a kid, whenever they would have him on one of his music videos, I would get my little microphone and start dancing and the whole thing. And then I had realized that my family, they were recording me and they were just like looking at me like I was somebody in a circus. I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with these people, right? And then after that, I like ignored them and I was concentrating on Michael. I'm like, forget these weirdos. I need to concentrate on Michael.
Mhm.
So my number 5 is "You Rock My World." Remember the one where Chris Tucker was in the music video?
yeah.
Great
Like
song.
with that one, I remember the first time I heard it, I was in my kitchen and I was making food. And I'm telling you, the whole time I was dancing and singing that shit, and I was just vibing with Michael and Chris Tucker. And suddenly the suit and the hat just appeared on my person. It was insane. And like it was at that point that by the time the song was done, I realized that I didn't cook shit because that's how involved I was with the song. So it was amazing.
That's amazing.
That's tough.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's my number 5. And then number 4, Smooth Criminal. I probably have heard that more times than I can even imagine. Like I couldn't even give you a number, just whether it be listening to the whole song or just that music video. And then we saw like, that was part of Michael Jackson turning into a robot kind of stuff. But I mean, just the song in general, from the beat and then the vibe of the music video, I was really into that. And at one point, I actually had the white suit and the hat, and I was doing the shoulder movements and all that shit. Like, I got a lot of the movements down, surprisingly, because I was actually studying that shit.
Oh
Um,
God.
Shireen, my brother, he was just like, "Hey, what the fuck is going on with Terrence?" Like he was just like kind of surprised because he expected to come in the room and see me breaking boards and bricks, but then when he come in the room and I'm just looking smooth as fuck like Michael Jackson, he was just surprised.
Well,
So
okay.
yeah,
Okay,
uh,
Terrence Jackson.
yeah, Terrence Jackson. I couldn't do that shit where he leaned. Remember when he was leaning forward?
Yeah.
Man, I tried to do that shit and I ate shit so many times, man. I was like, all right, well,
I tried doing that too. I fall every single time.
You gotta get them screws on the shoe like he did.
you know what? I thought about that, but I was like, nah, Michael has some magic. I was like, he didn't use no screw. So
Yeah.
I don't think
I
he did
leaned
that.
forward and I leaned forward and I
Man,
kept falling and I, dust off my suit. I was like, oh well,
Trying to
sometimes in life you gotta go to the next move. So that's what I
trying to
did.
remember how they did that, but I can't remember.
Yeah,
man,
I had the doot when he was doing it, and then the turn, and then I couldn't do the lean, so I was kind of heartbroken about that. But that song just it made me feel like I was in like olden times, 50s, 60s, and so on, and I was feeling the whole vibe of the song. I love that fucking song.
okay.
Number 3, Billie Jean. I'm telling you, like that is my song right there. Like you can ask my family. Like I had the whole thing. I would go out to my mother's grandmother's backyard, and she had these tiles and shit. Remember how in the music video he would walk and it start lighting up and shit. Yeah, that was me. Like when I was a kid, it was just lighting up and shit. I was like, "Yep, this is peace." Like I didn't think it would work until I tried it myself. And then at that point, I had the jacket over my shoulder, and it was amazing. Like that song made me feel like I was searching for somebody that
Hey,
wasn't there
did you borrow
around
your grandma black studded sweater?
Hell yeah! Like yes, I actually went to the closet and like I was like, okay, I need the shoes. I had them fucking socks on, and I found like my grandmother. She had like this badass black jacket that was kind of like sparkling like his. I fucking put that shit on with my microphone, like I was getting down. Like so yeah,
Oh, God.
so yeah, Billie Jean for sure. I like that one a lot. Number 2, Beat It, man. Whew. That whole song is just ridiculously good. I still can't believe how amazing that song is. The guitar, just the whole beat of the song, and then Michael's lyrics, the way he was dancing, and then you had the gangsters coming and everything. I was like, man, what is going on? Like I saw that as a kid, and I feel like every time I saw Michael or heard one of his songs, I was trying to process the last one, but then the next one would come, and I'm like, okay, Michael, I don't know how you did this, but I'm just going to accept it. Like, I remember I had this moment when I was upstairs and I was in the bed and shit, and then it came on the TV. I remember just like, do you remember that part in the video where he woke up out the bed and he did the whole turn thing and started going down the hallway?
Mhm.
I did that shit so many times. My grandparents were like, Terrence, what the hell are you doing? I was like, yeah.
You
I
know
was
who
like,
did
oh,
the
yeah.
solo?
Oh my God.
You're talking about "Beat It," right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no.
Like
You know who did the solo for that song?
Oh my God.
say again.
The solo, the part where they're fighting, where the
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
Eddie
yeah.
Van Halen did the solo for that, and Steve Vai did the rest of the guitar.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Michael had a
I
way
know.
of finding musicians, man. He
That
had all sorts of
collaboration
work.
was amazing, but I mean, I specifically waited to the nighttime to make it, seem like the music video, and then I actually had a couple moments where I like left the house and went out into the street. I think I was expecting for everybody to join me, but I was just kind of by myself in the amazingness. So, but
About
yeah,
how old were you, Terrence? That when you did this?
ooh, like I must have been like 8, 9, 10.
Nice, great.
Like, yeah, I was a very hyper and creative child. Like, it drove my family crazy, the stuff that I would do. So, but yeah, I had a lot of good times with Beat It, so I had to put it as my number 2. And then my number 1, this is probably like, when it comes to songs, it might be my favorite, maybe just in the sense of how many times I've heard it and how many times I've just tried to emulate everything in the song and the video, would be Thriller. I still didn't get that damn suit that Michael wore in Thriller. I'm so fucking mad. Like, man, like it just the whole thing. Like, remember the shoulder movements with the zombies?
I had the jacket, bro. I had
Like,
the jacket.
man,
I used to know the Hard Rock Cafe where they had that. I think it was actually in Nashville, Tennessee.
Danny.
man, I'm telling you, man, I used to just go up to my family like, it's close
Oh
to
my God.
midnight. Like, I was just all in that shit. And I remember, like, I would go in the bathroom and wet my fucking hair to get it like how Michael had the shit in the video. Like, I was just, man. And because I was into horror movies a lot as a child, because I was watching with my cousins, just seeing the zombie stuff, it made it even cooler for me. I was like, what the fuck? Michael's with zombies? Like, I'm like, hold on. Like, I remember asking the relatives, I'm like, hold on. So this man can walk and light up the ground. He can moonwalk, and he knows how to commune with zombies. I'm like, this is, oh man. Oh man, I'm like, this is the coolest dude ever. I'm like, I'm growing up to be Michael. That's final, and that's it. So,
How many
yeah,
of
so
y'all,
that's,
Terrence, did you ever try to do the Dance of the Zombies too?
yes, I actually got most of that down. Actually, most of the things that he did. Yeah, I was practicing that.
Beyond entertaining with this, buddy.
Like, I practiced that for many hours for like months, actually trying to get that down, and I got it pretty good. Like, I feel like if I were to try it now as a more mature, intelligent adult, I'd be able to get it better, because this was when I was a kid and I was just really hyper and excited and stuff. And I was just like, man, this I'm with you, Michael. We with the zombies together. Hell yeah, we taking over. So it was amazing.
I had that Vincent Price part down. I still love doing it whenever I have a version where I've taken that out. And when I used to DJ on Halloween night, I'd actually do it.
That's cool, because at the end, when Michael's like, okay, I'll take you home, and then she seemed all comforted and shit, and he turned around and was like,
right.
Like, I was like, oh man, like that laugh was it just made me smile and shit. Like, that shit was dope.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
Darkness falls across the land.
Man, y'all is crazy.
Midnight
Hours close.
And before I finish, like, it must have been in my head, because it still doesn't make sense to me now that I'm 31 years old looking back on it. But for some reason, when I was like out in the middle of the street for no reason, it was like the mist came around me. I don't know if that was in my head or if it was actually fog at night.
That was in your head.
Okay, yeah.
That was entertaining there, boy. All right, Chris, you up next, bro. I don't know how you gonna beat that though.
Well, here's the deal. I don't pick top of anybody, especially Michael Jackson, Prince, REM, Van Halen. There's a ton of bands I would never pick top of anything. There's right now on my phone, I have a playlist with actually Prince and Michael Jackson on it that has 40 songs of each of theirs on it. And that's just because I don't want to use all my space for just that. But I have everything these guys had, plus some stuff that wasn't released, which is, I won't say how I got a hold of that. But anyways, Michael Jackson was freaking awesome because it wasn't like he was the first to do some of the stuff he was doing as far as this dance moves and stuff. He took it from Cab Calloway, James Brown, the Temptations. All of this stuff was around before. It was the guy made him magical was one, his ability to write a song and the way it was structured. And two, it was he put all these dance moves together to have a show like nobody else had. And it was just amazing. I still love Michael Jackson to this day, and anybody who wants to play the role card of the bullshit that he was accused of, I'm sorry,
I will never believe that.
I don't think he did. And there's too many people that say, put it this way, when you've got Macaulay Culkin and you got what's his name? You got several people who sit there and they're
Corey Haim, dude, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, they're famous. They could bring back at least 15 minutes of fame for themselves if they accused him of it. But they never did. They always said he didn't do it. And why would they say he didn't do it if he, I don't know. Anyways, number 5, Beat It. You see, Terrence and I kind of, it's funny because I'm listening and talk about this stuff. And damn, I used to dance to this shit too. I loved this stuff. I mean, dancing in my, what?
So I would definitely love to see that.
I've been known to still do it occasionally. Just it depends on where, and there's not enough room here to show it, so we won't bother with it. But Beat It again, visionary, the visual of it, the diner, the rough streets, the fight that they have in the middle of it during the solo, great. I mean, a lot of these, why I picked them was because I love the video. So again, these are really not in any particular order, but we're gonna go that I'll put as my number 5. 4, Billie Jean. Man, I know how it was. I used to walk down the sidewalk trying to hit each one of those spots just right. God, yeah. No, geez, I love that. I don't know. The Thriller album's just it's a freak of nature. That album is.
It is. That was a very good album.
Yeah, it just and going back to Beat It, Eddie Van Halen said after he did it, he didn't get paid to do it, and he says, I spent, every one of my singles that came out that same year was always number 2 because of Michael Jackson. He said, so I sat there. Here's the song that I wrote, that I played on, that was beating my own songs out. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of weird. So Eddie Van Halen had a number 1 before his band had a number 1. Number 3, Dirty Diana, definitely. I'm sorry, that's a great song.
That's a great song. It is. It's not on my list, but it's still a great song.
The fact that, I'm not saying it's the worst song I ever heard. I'd be lying, but it ain't in my top. It ain't in my top 10.
That's fine.
Is it in your top 20?
I'm not going top. I'm just going off of songs right now.
I get 1,000 songs. It'll probably be my 1,000.
Oh wow!
I don't even play it like that. I cannot pick a favorite song in my life.
I just don't.
I can't. I'm not even going to rank songs. I don't like ranking songs. Dirty Diana, just the story behind it and the way he's, the way he sings it. There's some stuff going on there. I don't know. As much crap as Michael went through, some of these songs I can hear the emotion he actually is having in there, and that's one of them. So yeah. Number 2, Smooth Criminal. Love that video. That video is so freaking awesome. Just and that beat, boom, 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 doom, 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 just.
And you better be careful and start dancing right now. Shit.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Okay. Smooth Criminal, definitely. And man, that suit he wears in that. Oh, damn, yeah. That let's talk about that for 5 seconds.
I like the whole story. Like when he
Yeah, me
transformed
too.
that damn spaceship and all the other kind of crazy stuff. His
Mhm.
imagination was way past 10.
Oh yeah, but I was going to say, let's talk about one, his imagination, two, his style, the way he dressed. Man, that man had style for days, and even up until the day he died, he was still thinking about
Actually, Michael, he born probably about 20 years too late.
that. It's a possibility, but man, could you imagine if he could have come up with some of the music he had? Maybe
A
not
lot of his
exactly
stuff
the
from
same.
Fred Astaire, Cab Calloway.
Well, yeah, that was the thing. He was into that style, but I think why we got Michael Jackson in the 80s, if you want to go like fate and talk about, the way the universe works, why we got him in the 80s was because he brought back a lot of that style and a lot of that dance, and he gave it to a new generation. I don't know if his way he did things, because I knew of Michael Jackson before I really paid attention to the Rat Pack, but I'm a big Rat Pack fan. And I guess I could look back and think, Fred Astaire, things like that, things I do like. Maybe that came around more because, yes, my parents and my mom and her parents listened to stuff like that. And maybe I had been exposed early on to it, but maybe my liking of it now was because of things like Michael Jackson were first introduced to me like heavily. Number one, Thriller, for sure. And that might be my number one favorite Michael Jackson song. Not the best one he did ever, but everything that song is, just everything. I was, again, big Vincent Price fan. Vincent Price is in it. All of that. And you want a funny story? Here's the funny story. I remember for weeks going up to that on MTV that they would constantly say, hey, Michael Jackson's got a new video coming out. Michael Jackson's got a new video out. Wouldn't say much about it. I think they gave like little bits and pieces of it. And I'm trying to remember when that came out.
Didn't they only show it like at late at night
Yes.
or later in the evening?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm looking this up.
About which Thriller?
December 3rd. Okay, so December 2nd.
Yeah, it showed at nighttime because a lot of people was offended by that stuff.
Well, back then, yeah, they had to watch it because of
That's
that.
when you get that disclaimer when he first when
Mhm.
it starts. By all the stuff you see here is not his views and not trying to.
Well, eventually because it gained massive popularity, they ended up playing it around the clock. But that's not how it started.
I'm trying to remember what time it was, but I seem to remember it being like 10, 11 or something, because I would go down to my friend Tommy's house, which is two or three houses down. I think it was 2 houses down from my house. My house sat at the top of the hill of everybody else's house. And we had all these woods around us, a ton of woods. And I got freaked out from that video, but they made me watch the whole damn thing. I ran back to my house. And looking back on it now, I'm like, I couldn't have been that afraid, because I ran past these woods that were freaking scary as fuck at night. And I was like, I think about it now, I'm like, holy shit. I really wasn't processing things very well, because I would have stayed at that damn house and said, just leave me here. But that, as I went on, though, again, that video is just so amazing. But man, he freaked the fuck out of me. That was a crazy video. So
Was
Ben, wow, she pulled Ben out. And Scream, okay, Scream. That's some good stuff right there.
Okay, first off, my list is totally different than so far everybody. So
That's great.
I could have went with Billie Jean and Bad and all those ones, but man, when I was a kid, those were all I played, man. I had the Michael Jackson jacket, the leather one with all the zippers. I had it in black. I had the glove. You know what I mean? I used to sit. Yep, I had the glove. Used to sit in front of the TV and try to mimic his moves. So I could moonwalk the shit out of that.
I mean, did you just say that everybody had the glove? I didn't have the glove. If I would have had the glove, I would have never went to sleep.
Oh my God.
I had the glove, the little glittery glove. Yep. And the jacket. And I always think back to Beverly Hills Cop, where the two guys walk by in a Michael Jackson jacket and he laughs. Every time I think about me wearing that jacket, I do that. I laugh, because that was the shit, bro. I had the black one and the red one, and those were the only two jackets I ever wore. So those songs are great. They could obviously be my number ones, but I didn't go with them. My number 5 is gonna be "I Just Can't Stop Loving You."
Okay.
I love that song. Yeah, love that song. It's a great song. It's one of those emotional songs, The next one for number 4 is "Will You Be There?" Another song I loved from Michael Jackson. It was just
Will You Be There?
Yeah, "Will You Be There?" You don't know that one?
Is it Got to Be There?
No. Will you be there? Yeah.
I never heard that one. Okay.
Yeah, check it out. It's great. Number 3, "You Are Not Alone." I love that song.
I like that one.
It's so good. And plus, when that song came out, like I was going through some hard times in my life, so it really spoke to me, right?
You like a lot of the ballads.
I like that. I like a lot of the ballads, absolutely. And that song was also written by R. Kelly. Regardless of what you say, the man was a genius when it came to songs as well, right? So that's my number 3. Number 2 is "Human Nature." When I first heard that song, I was in love with it right away. It was just like, the beat and everything, boom, is singing in that. And number 1 is going to be "Man in the Mirror."
Man in the Mirror.
Man in the Mirror. And that movie, because there was a lot of times I had to look myself in the mirror and really be like, yo, what the hell are you doing? So that song really had an effect on me. Like I said, I went to his Dangerous album and I was like, yo, I could put every single one of these songs as my them, and I'm like, damn, his Thriller Hour, every one of those songs, my 1 to 5s. So his catalog is so great, man. Danny said he got like 20 honorable mentions. I only did 10, but I could have done 20 for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot. He is definitely definitely a master.
Yeah, these two artists. I mean, and it depends. I mean, Prince is a little harder because there's certain set number of songs he released that actually got good airplay. But if you ever listen to his other albums and really dive into
early Prince,
oh yeah,
very seldom got airplay.
Yeah, well, not just that, but even you got to realize for like every major hit album he was known to have, he probably had 2 or 3 in between those because he released constantly. I mean, I'll look it up, but I mean, he had like 30 studio albums.
Supposedly, he has like even now they can still make like 15 albums off of music.
Wow!
It's all, but he said he had almost everything but finished, and they're just working out logistics of how to finish basically the mix down and everything on this stuff. He did Stevie Wonder. Eric Clapton, tons of people that had worked around him and stuff said that he wouldn't sleep that much. So at Paisley Park in the middle of the night, he'd be in his studio just recording, and he would record music and then later on come up with lyrics or vice versa. And he was nonstop recording. There's just tons of material that we've never heard this.
They say similar things about Tupac.
Yeah, well, but think about how much came out for Tupac there for a while.
Yeah, he still got stuff.
They said that he still had stuff.
I'm gonna go a little faster on my list. This one song y'all may or may not heard it, but it's called "Unbreakable." He did a duet with Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's number 5. Damn, Biggie kind of rocking that when I first heard it. So that sticks in my mind. That's on my iPod. I still have one, and I play it just about once or twice a week. My number 4 is "The Way You Make Me Feel." I must have watched that video 1,000 times when it first came out, mainly because of that model. Because I thought she was like perfect woman when I first seen her. Like, damn. And then, of course, the beat and everything else, the little street thing, where he was chasing her, kind of cat mouse. I always thought that was cool. One of my favorite videos. Number 3, of course, is "Billie Jean." I wasn't quite like Terrence, but when I saw it on the Motown 25 that night, and he showcased the song after he performed with his brothers, that was the most memorable performances I've ever seen. In
Which
fact,
one?
Motown 25 when he showcased Billie Jean.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, when he stopped and then he did was that when he did the moonwalk on it?
Yeah, first time he did it on TV.
Dude, that was some boss moves on that, and the way he just stocked everything right there.
Mhm.
I bought the thing when it not to have that you can buy the different performances. I got that right now in my collection, and sometimes I'll put it out. I'll fast forward all other performances, get to that, watch it, and then put it back up to next time. I was in the Marine Corps in California when this song came out, and my whole platoon stopped watches. It's called "Remember the Time."
Remember
It
the
had
time.
Yes.
Magic Johnson, Eddie Murphy.
Mhm.
I can't think of the model name. Iman, I think it was.
Yeah,
And
the
that,
model. Yeah.
yeah,
Iman.
that video just had me mesmerized from all the dance steps and just uh, all the bright lights and the Egyptian theme and stuff.
Mhm.
I thought that was very cool, something I've never seen before. My number one, y'all probably hadn't heard this, but it came out in 1979 when I was 9 years old. It's off the Wall album. Stevie Wonder
Yep.
wrote the song.
Yep.
Help It.
Yep.
Mhm.
That is the baddest song Michael Jackson, in my opinion, has ever made.
Which one?
It's called "I
Off
Can't
the
Help It."
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
Off the Wall, 1979 album.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, Off the
I
Wall is not what Thriller became, but when that came out, people were like, they were
Yep.
full.
Yeah, yeah. That's the album that put him up there. And then
That was his
Thriller
first
took
album.
it to
though.
another
First album
level.
with Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Thriller put him on another level.
Yep. Bad. I don't know if Quincy did bad with him, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure
Right.
either.
I know Teddy Riley did Dangerous, and that's where Remember the Time and
Yeah, yeah.
Hits came on. But those are my five.
And that's an amazing album. That Dangerous album.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
I was going through that today, and I was like, "Oh my god, that is
Yeah, it's kind of a sleeper album, man.
it really is."
Teddy Riley did his thing on that. So
Yep.
I definitely like that.
Was a
Okay.
special man. And
We're now going to go to this Royal Purple Badness. He got so many songs too, man. Him and Michael, I don't know, man. If they're playing a tennis match with songs, it'd be a long ass match.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Go
that
ahead.
depends. Will we say that we would be looking for hits in that? Because if you're going with hits, Michael's going to win.
Yeah.
If you're going with like kick-ass
know.
songs, that would be difficult. Because there is even stuff that Michael Jackson didn't get airplay.
I don't know about hits, bro, because Prince ain't no slouch now when it comes to
He's
hits.
not a slouch, but I guarantee you right now, if you look up what is considered a hit, that I'm almost positive Michael's got him beat on that. Now, I'm not talking about, what I would consider a good song or something like that. Hits is such a bad word to use because that's just based off of radio airplay.
Mm-hmm.
And everything Michael released got radio airplay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll research it one day. Miss Christie.
See, this is where I like Prince, but these are like just hit songs because it really wasn't until I got older that I really started to appreciate Prince. So unfortunately, I just did like the hit songs that he has, and I really can't wait to hear y'all's stories, what you have from his other hits.
No, we just want to hear 5 Prince songs that you like. You don't have to be hits. It's just whatever tickles your fancy.
So I'll go from 5 to 1.
Okay.
In 1999 was number 5.
Mm-hmm. Great hit.
Little Red Corvette was number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss was number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you hitting them, boy.
Purple Rain was number 2.
Boom.
And When Doves Cry was number 1. Because, like what was said, like what was said with number 1, when Doves Cry came out, I was younger when it came out, but then I had a really shitty breakup when I was in my 20s, and that song came on, and I was just like, oh my God, where has this song been all my life?
What was your number 5 and 4?
1999.
That's right, yeah.
And then Little Red Corvette was number 4.
Yeah.
So
That
when Doves
video,
Cry,
oh, that
go ahead.
video is awesome. God,
Yeah.
I love that.
When Doves Cry is always my number one for.
I like the long version of Dove's Cry. He started that yelling at the end.
Mhm.
Yes.
Good choice.
Yeah. Dang it, boy. All right, so I'm gonna change it up. You gonna go next, bro?
All right, no problem. Now I'm like Christy. I wasn't a big Prince fan. I was okay. Yeah, no, I was. You know, when the movie Purple Rain came out, I really liked it. You know, but his songs were like I would have put Michael Jackson over him all the time back in the day. But now as you get older, you realize how close he really was to Michael Jackson. So my first number 5 is gonna be Kiss. I love that song. Um, Definitely one of my favorite Prince songs. Number 4 is going to be 1999. Fucking song is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is going to be I Would Die for You. Die for You. Number 2 is going to be When Doves Cry. I went back and forth with this one because it's Doves Cry is number 2 and Purple Rain is number 1. So my number 1 Prince song is Purple Rain.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. All right, Mr. Terrence.
All right. Yeah. So I'm not gonna say that I'm a Prince fan because I'm not. When I was a kid, he was introduced to me at the same time as Michael, Stevie Wonder, and countless other artists. Like I'm actually very keen on music, but when it comes to songs in general, regardless of what artist is from, like I can't relate to any of the romantic shit. So like what I do is I listen to how it sounds, the beats, the lyrics, and if I feel it. So that's how I kind of go about it. I can't go, oh, I heard this and I can connect this to this breakup and all. I don't have that shit. So it either sounds good or it doesn't. So while I'm not a Prince fan, what I can say is that I respect and appreciate him for the things that he's been able to accomplish as a musician, especially considering that at the time you definitely had some racism going on and a lot of humans were holding him back, but he still managed to break through that. Kind of in a way that Michael did, but just in a different way. So to me, Michael and Prince are, some of the greats, and they're in a league of their own. They will never be touched. A lot of individuals have tried, but try as they might, they will never get to that shit. So that brings me to my Prince list. My number 5, I picked Diamonds and Pearl. Number 4, Little Red Corvette. Number 3, Thieves in the Temple.
Damn.
Damn.
That is. I am surprised.
That's nice.
Yep.
Number 2, Raspberry Beret.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, When Doves Cry. Now, I like out of all the songs that Prince made, because I've heard so many of them. I'm pretty sure there's some I haven't heard, but as a kid, I've heard so many of them. That would probably be my favorite one in the full sense that I actually like it, right? Because the other ones that I mentioned, I feel like they're great. I like the tempo, the music, and the lyrics. But when Doves Cry actually, made me sing the lyrics and I actually got into it, I was like, okay, like, before it was just like, okay, I respect Prince and stuff, but this is actually a song that I can play over and over, and that would be the one for it, right? And I just said to myself at the time that if I felt this way about his other songs, then I would be a legitimate fan in the way I am of Michael. But Prince, for the most part, never made me feel the way that Michael made me feel when I listened to his music. And it had nothing to do with, Prince is not great. He was. Like, I'm able to analyze whatever it is, movies, shows, whatever, and I'm able to see that there is talent. But at the same time, I have to be honest if something speaks to me or it doesn't, because a lot of times with humans, if something doesn't speak to them, or if they're not a fan of a person or whatever it is, they'll automatically say, oh, it's bad, it's trash. And that's not inherently wrong, but in my opinion, you can't trust a human like that because they're not being fair. So I like to be fair, and I acknowledge how great Prince is, and I just wanted to be honest with the way that I tackled this. I don't like to, pretend to be a fan like how a lot of humans do to fit in. I'm like, no, I feel like there's respect that comes with honesty, and then if not, the hell with it. So that's my Prince list.
Okay, that's not a bad list. Chris?
Yep. All right. So, man, Thieves in the Temple, man. That's fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's an awesome song, bro.
I love that.
Yep.
That's a very, very good pick there, Terrence. So let's
That song kind of went under the radar for him, but it was a very good song, in my opinion.
all right. I mean, I love Prince to death. I got
Wait, one second, Chris. Dan, you said it went under the radar because
That song?
yeah, the Thieves in the Temple, right?
Yeah.
Because I kind of remember vaguely my dad saying like, "Oh, this is a badass song, Terrence," and he's like, "It needs more credit." So you saying that sort of brought back a kind of vague memory. Yeah.
Depending on his second music, his second movie, I can't think of the name of it. Graffiti Bridge.
Graffiti Bridge.
Under the Cherry Moon. Was it Under the Cherry Moon was the third one? No, I'm talking about those were his three movies: Purple Rain, Graffiti Bridge, and then like Under the Cherry Moon. Yeah, and I love all those movies, so I don't know. Okay.
I don't remember many songs for Under the Cherry Moon, but I know Graffiti Bridge he showcased about. I know that one, and he did New Power Generation. I can't think of the other one.
Sorry, real quick, Chris, before I forget, also I think that Michael has him beat in every category except for the instruments. Prince is he flexes all over Michael in that area. And in terms of Prince's style of dress, that was also very impressive. Like some of the shit that he was able to pull off, I'm like, most men can't do that. Not even me. Like that dude was just too damn pretty. I'm like, that was a pretty fucking man. Like that was so odd to me. But yeah.
And he could bust some ass in basketball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that too.
He could bust some ass. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
On Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. And then he made them pancakes.
All right.
Yeah. So just in general, just the whole point of me mentioning that stuff was just sort of, acknowledging his traits and his greatness and why I have respect for him because of the stuff he was able to do.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. So the first album he did For You, his debut album, it is said that he played all 27 instruments on that. That he was able. I mean, and 27 is kind of where it says he's at, but that was when he was 20. I think is when he released that. I mean, that right there is just craziness. Michael could play like 6 instruments, but not proficiently. So definitely right there, Terrence. So I don't know. Again, I hate doing this shit. So I went for some obscurities that I just personally like. First off is Sexy Motherfucker. I'm going to talk about some stuff here because Prince, for as short as he was one fucking confident motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that song.
He had a woman under a 9 that I saw.
Yeah.
But, like, it don't matter how tall you are when you look like that. Like, you heard me say that was a pretty man. Like, that dude, I'm like, he could drop any panties in the room. And just saying.
It's true, though. It's true, though.
You're not wrong.
It's 100% true.
Okay. I mean, it's right. Okay. But I think where I really liked that song. Funny thing is, I had 2 copies of his hits CD. The two disc CD that had his symbol on the front, I think, or a picture of him on the front. And it was I don't know. Anyways, and I had 2 versions of it. The first one I went and got was all edited, and I didn't know that. So when I first listened to the Sexy Motherfucker song, it actually made me love that song more because he goes on there and it goes, "You sexy mother," and that's what he does. He does this,
Where's
like,
my song?
oh damn. And I love that for that. But yeah, I love that song. So number 4, I guess. Going off the 89 Batman album, Electric Chair and Bat Dance.
I'm about no electric chair, but I'll give you Bat Dance.
Electric Chair, he has a very small bit in there of Bat Dance of that song, but the Electric Chair was a pretty kick-ass song, I thought.
I like Party Man better than both of them.
Party Man, I thought about putting that on there, but I don't know. I bet Party Man's pretty cool, but Bat Dance,
Party Man was good in the movie, but Bat Dance video was tight.
Yeah, I love the Bat Dance video. So
I like the breakdown when he does it with the guitar.
And then my next two, I'm going to put together Erotic City. I like Erotic City. And then My Name is Prince. Again, I love the confidence he is. My name is Prince.
That song didn't get much airtime when it first came out because
I love
all kind of stuff in it, buddy.
Number 2, Nothing Compares to You.
Mm-hmm.
I love his version of that song. It's
better.
I don't know, man. I used to think that way, but then I listened to how he does it, and I think there's more feeling behind what he's singing, but I could be wrong. Number 1, of course, and before I go to this, I will say that even after the Super Bowl performance, it even shines a brighter light on that song. He was going on stage, and one of the people, I've seen a video about this, one of the people that was talking to him, they were asking him, it was like, okay, before you go up there, a couple things you need to know. It's raining out there. Is there anything you want us to do or that we can do for you before you go up there? And he flat out, according to 3 or 4 different people, said, make it rain harder. And I think to this day, his Super Bowl performance is one of the best Super Bowl performances ever.
That goes to Janet Jackson. She had the best.
No. No,
Anyways,
Michael did.
Number 1 is Purple Rain. Purple Rain is going to be.
You know what, Danny?
Rain is freaking awesome because.
You're right.
What was that though?
He said Janet Jackson had the best Super Bowl, and I was like, no, Michael did. But then he reminded me why, and I said, yeah, you're right.
Go back and watch it.
Hell yeah! Play that again.
The Purple Rain's freaking Purple Rain's awesome. So
let's do this, man. Make sure I get it right. Go through one more time. You said
my name or Sexy Motherfucker, Electric Chair, Bat Dance. My Name is Prince, Erotic City, Nothing Compares to You, and Purple Rain.
I've never heard that Electric Chair. I'm gonna have to
here. Hold on, I'll just play a little bit.
Get me copyright.
It's you can appeal them and you'll get it appealed, dude. I got all the ones appealed that I've done. That the other one you were talking about, I got that one appealed.
Because it's interesting because what YouTubers don't tell you is that if you lose that appeal, they can give you a strike on your channel.
Well, if you lose that appeal, they say you can push for it again, and then they can give you a strike. Now that's how.
And sometimes they give you it straight away. That's the fucked up part.
I don't fuck with it.
Now listen to it then, Danny. Listen to it some other time.
Can we at least say that these two are like the greatest of all times?
See, and I don't go for that either.
Huh? You don't agree with that?
I'm not saying that. I just don't equate it that way. Beatles have some of my favorite songs. People, they're your favorite band.
That's we talking about solo artists.
Greatest of all time. First off, I don't think anybody could have pulled off that Batman soundtrack other than Prince. I don't think anybody else could have pulled off that soundtrack.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
What soundtrack?
The Batman soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anybody else could have pulled that off other than
he made that Bat Dance sound funky when he break down with that guitar part.
Here,
damn right he did.
Man, shit. I'll be ready to go buy my bat suit today and put that shit on.
All right. Hey, Danny, here. I'll just play just a couple seconds of it.
Yeah, it should be fine if you know.
sound like Fly Girl.
Oh yeah,
dude.
That's the classic Funky Prince beat.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me do my 5.
Yeah, it's a good song. Trust me, listen to it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this song, but The Most Beautiful Girl in the World.
Yep.
I love that
Yeah,
song.
I was gonna put that on my list too.
Mm-hmm.
That's my number 5.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Adore is my number 4. I truly adore you.
Mm-hmm.
And so you say he buy your clothes, and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, damn, boy, shit. Uh, 3 is When Dogs Cry. I like the long version. It's all that crying and eyeing at the end stuff. Yeah, I like that shit. I get mad when I hear it on the radio and they cut it off.
Oh,
I was at the
absolutely.
radio station and damn slap them DJ. Man, why the fuck you let the song play? Number 2 is Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And number 1 is Little Red Corvette. Boy, I love that song. That is my wife and my favorite Prince song. Because sometimes you try to reenact different parts you be talking about.
Good list, Danny.
We're gonna go to
Well,
everybody gonna get 3 honorable mentions of Michael Jackson. We'll go around. Go ahead, Chris.
can I
Okay.
just give my my honorable mentions for both of them really quick because I gotta go get my son and
Okay.
and I mean, like I said, there's tons of these that I could give. We'll just go with Michael first. Bad, Man in the Mirror, Remember the Time, Black or White, Leave Me Alone. I liked Leave Me Alone because that was his like fuck you to the top
Media
rock.
industry and everybody, yeah.
I like that. And then my ones for Prince, 1999, Little Red Corvette, Darling Nikki, Let's Go Crazy, Kiss, Diamond and Pearl, and 7. 7's really freaking. I love 7, but I mean, again, there's too many to pick, and I don't like doing these, but I love talking about music. So I'm going to jump off, and I'll try to jump back on, okay? But
All right.
guys, thank you very much. Christy, it was great streaming with you.
You too, Chris.
Thank you. Anytime you want to let me know if you want to jump on stream of mine or anything like that.
Absolutely.
All right, guys.
She don't want to jump on with you.
I would
bro.
definitely.
Come on now.
Stop it.
Just up there. Put in your own little 2 words. Yeah, if you ever want to stream with me, no problem. Boom. Gone.
Really? I'm going to talk to you now. You. No. All right, guys.
Peace.
All right.
See ya.
Honorable mentions. Go ahead, Terrence. Give me 3.
You talking about for Michael, right?
Yeah, for Michael.
One would be They Don't Really Care About Us.
Mm-hmm.
I liked both versions of that song. I liked the prison one, and then the one where I think he was in Brazil was pretty cool when he had all the people dancing and playing the drums and things. Like, I thought that was very cool, and really spoke to different people that feel alienated, or individuals of minorities, or that have been treated bad by the system. And I feel like Michael, he just had the ability to make anything sound good. Like, you might see something on paper, you're like, I don't know. But when Michael touches it, you're like, I have nothing else to say. So, I found myself playing that one a lot. Another one would be, it was one of his later ones. I think it was called something like Ghost or something, like where it was this 30-minute short film thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like I like the meaning in that song, just because at that point, man, Michael had been through a lot, and he just was like, look, I'm tired of your shit. And the way that he did the song in terms of the lyrics and the beat and then the dance, it kind of was like a larger version of Thriller in a way, in terms of how the music video looked and stuff. He really did make a short film, so I really liked that one a lot, the meaning behind it. And then I guess my number 1 honorable mention would be Captain EO. There was a little thing that you would go to at the time in Disneyland, and I used to go to Disneyland a lot as a kid, and no matter what was happening, I always had to see Captain EO. He had 2 songs in there. We Are Here to Change the World and Another Part of Me. You know, it had like a kind of Star Wars kind of theme to it. And then he went up there in space and he had to deal with that one crazy alien bitch. And then he transformed her. And those songs,
Angelica
it really
Houston,
made me feel good. Say again?
Angelica Houston was the female.
The one you talking about the alien chick?
The alien chick that he transformed from that spider.
Yeah, she was cool. Yeah, I liked the music and everything. And when I heard both of those songs at the time when I was a kid, it made me feel happy. Like it was just like, yeah, you could really change and fix anyone if you have the right dance moves and lyrics and swagger. And I was like, yeah, if anyone's gonna change this crazy alien, it's gonna be Michael Jackson. So yeah.
Man, they took that out Disneyland, man. I can't believe they did that.
Yeah, because of that Leaving Neverland documentary or whatever that was. And I saw that shit and that shit pissed me off. So no, like
I was in California, man. I went there, man. I guarantee you, 10 times. That is awesome.
yeah, I know I must have seen it like at least 30 times as a kid when it had just barely come out. And Leaving Neverland fucked it all up, man. It's a damn shame. Damn shame.
It's a shame what they did to that guy regardless, man.
Huh?
It's a shame what they did to Michael Jackson regardless.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Humans were very cruel to him. So considering that he was like the nicest dude on the planet. Yeah, no.
What's your three, Christy?
And see, I kind of messed up. I really should have thought of putting Smooth Criminal in my top 5. So I'll definitely say Smooth Criminal, Rock With You, and Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You're making it extremely hard for me to pick 3 because I got like 10.
I know.
You know what I mean? But I'm gonna go with some old school. I'm gonna go with some Jackson 5. I'm gonna go with The Love You Save. I'm gonna go with Blame It on the Boogie.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say Never Say Goodbye.
Yep, those are ones. I'm gonna go with Liberian Girl.
Yes.
Can You Feel It?
Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Brother Jermaine, Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming.
Yeah.
I want to say 2 more though because these ones were
Go ahead and get out
later.
your 6.
Later on in his career. Love Never Felt So Good, and the duet he had with Akon, Hold Your Hand. Those were 2 songs that I really liked, and those were later in his career. So I wanted to put those in there just to show that he was still making good songs, man.
I don't think anybody called this one out, but I'm gonna do PYT.
Yep.
I like the version he did with Will I Am better.
I guess let me see. I guess I can just quickly throw out another 3. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Yep.
Human Nature. And then Leave Me Alone.
Leave Me Alone. I mean, Christy.
Any more? You have any more?
Yeah, I would definitely say Will You Be There? I don't know if that was mentioned.
Will You Be There?
Yeah,
that's the one I put. That
okay.
over for. Yeah, I loved it.
And then dang it. Probably Man in the Mirror. I mean, I'm looking like at my list and I'm looking at Google right now of all the Michael Jackson songs. I was like, wait, I should have said that one. No, I should have said that one. I mean, there's so many great hits.
Yeah, that is absolutely right.
I'm trying to say ones that we hadn't mentioned yet. I don't know if you remember Say he did with Paul McCartney.
Oh yeah,
The Girl Is Mine. That's on my list too.
Yeah.
In the Closet.
Keep It in the Closet. Now that was my favorite one.
I love that one too. That one was hard not to put on my list too. On the top 5.
She drives me wild.
Yep.
And Jam. With Heavy
Another Part of Me.
Yep. Man, you can go on and on with Michael Jackson stuff.
You can, really can. Like I was here for hours. I was playing this music when I was going through the list. I'm playing the songs. I was gonna say, even Prince.
It's called Show Me the Way.
Show Me the Way.
Like on Pandora, I had Pandora on and I typed in Michael Jackson, And then any other song that would come on, I would like, no, not this one. I just need all Michael Jackson songs. And so I'm just like, before I knew it, it was 4 hours later
Yep.
that I was like, holy crap.
Yep.
I believe you can actually take these two artists and drive cross country and maybe not listen to all their songs twice.
I believe it.
100%. They got so much library, and like, listen, not all the songs are good, but you have a majority. 90% of the songs on both of these guys' albums are good. 90%.
I agree.
That's crazy.
All right, let's switch over to Prince.
Mhm.
Go ahead and give me three, Anzo.
Raspberry Beret, The Most Beautiful Girl in the World, and Party Man. Those are my three.
Okay. What are your honorable mentions, Terrence?
I got one, and that is 1999.
1999.
How about you, Christy?
I only have two.
Oh.
The Most Beautiful Girl in the World and Darling Nikki, because those are the ones I actually remember listening to.
I got 20.
Oh, damn.
I got Baby I'm a Star.
Uh-huh.
Let's Go Crazy.
Yeah.
Party Man, Bat Dance.
Mm-hmm.
While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Right.
I Want to Be Your Lover. Do Me Baby. Thieves in the Temple. I Would Die for You. The Beautiful Ones. Take Me With You. Uptown. 1999. Controversy. Erotic City. Darling Nikki. Diamonds and Pearls. My Name is Prince. Cream. And Get Off.
Nice. Nice. That's why I said, like I said, with all these guys, man, you can pick anyone, man.
All the time.
I was more Michael Jackson, but Purple Rain, that was my movie, bro.
Yeah.
I love that movie when he comes out and Apollonia comes out in that.
Boy, I was at a drive-in, probably about 10 years old when that shit came out. I was like, oh my lord.
I want to say for the humans listening that I did learn from a big mistake that I made as a child, and that was when I was listening to Michael Jackson's songs when I was in the shower, and I slipped in the tub and shit, and
Trying to do one of those spins, right?
I actually pulled off some of the spins. It was like, for some reason, the longer I did it, it was like the songs themselves were like, "What the hell you doing?" And it made me slip, and then I hit my head, and
Oh, no.
yeah, I mean, it was fine. There wasn't too much blood or nothing like that. I still was perfectly intact as far as I could remember, but I damn sure didn't dance in the shower anymore after that. Sometimes in life you gotta stop.
It reminds me of a story with my mother when I would listen to a lot of different 80s artists, but a lot of Michael Jackson. I would fall all the time trying to do, I can't dance with this shit. And she goes, I can hear her saying, Christy, quit doing all that damn dancing and you won't fall so much.
Yep.
And I still do it to this day. I actually did it earlier in my kitchen, and I literally slipped on my kitchen floor.
Yep. Like, what was that noise in there, Terrence? Nothing.
Yep.
I was actually a pretty good dancer. I was moonwalking all over my living room floor. That's all I could do. But I was moonwalking the shit out of that dance.
All it takes, bro. One move.
Right. Moonwalk, do the spin, moonwalk.
Question: y'all want to do another two artists, or y'all want to go back to the movies?
I'm down for whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, like next week. You gonna come next week?
Sure, I can.
Okay. Y'all rather do movies, or y'all rather do another set of artists? Because last time we did what, 2006 movies?
Yeah. You decide, man. Your show.
I'll send everybody a text or DM.
Flip a coin.
We'll
Heads music tells movies.
Get a coin. Get a coin, Alonzo.
Yeah, I got one here because shit was dropping all over the floor while we were streaming. All right, I got one here. Heads or tails?
Heads is gonna be music. Tails is gonna be movies.
Tails.
So we do what year? Let's do 1990. Our favorite 1999 movies.
1999 movies.
Got it. The
Like
whole
just
year.
movies in general.
Yeah.
Movies in general. 'Cause sci-fi, y'all eat me up alive. I'm like, ain't nothing on there, god damn it. So your 5 favorite 1999
Uh,
movies.
that's gonna be
Damn, that's
good
gonna be
because
hard.
I already have my list.
of course you do.
Before
Phantom
we,
Menace came out that year, so that's my number one.
yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Before we go, I'm gonna go around the room to everybody tell the people where they can find them at. Terrence, we'll start with you first, and then we go to Christy, and then Alzo, and then I'll come in last. Go ahead, Terrence. What you got,
Hey,
bro?
what's going on, humans? You can normally find me here with Danny, Hanzo, and others. And John. No, my boy John is also with us, but the others is largely like I guess you never really know what's going to happen on Monday, but you can find me here Sunday, got our show Equilibrium, and then Mondays, and then you can find me on my channel Tremaine Terrence, where I just tend to post things. You never know what's going to happen. You just kind of go outside and look at the sun, and then next thing you know, you have 10 videos. So go over there and see if you like something.
Alternator, that is not going to happen. Okay.
Not on this. Nope.
Oh
Taylor
hell no!
Swift. I don't. Okay, see, like I want to make this clear now, Alternator, since you said that.
I'm
Remember
not
how I
down
was
to
saying
that
that?
good stuff. It just ain't our cup of tea.
Remember when I said, okay, I can't say I'm a Prince fan, but I like and respect him and appreciate him. With Taylor Swift, not only am I not a fan, but I don't like her music at all.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
Christy, tell the good people where they can find you at, sir. Ma'am, I'm sorry.
I'm a sir, huh? Thank you, sir. My channel's according to Christy, same one on Twitter. I kind of do what Terrence does. I just really talk about what I actually like to watch and stuff like that. So on Mondays, I do a Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones on Sporky News podcast. I have live streams on Thursdays and Saturdays, and we actually do a top 10. Danny, I know you've caught a few of them of 1980s. We're doing 1988 this coming Saturday. So
Yeah.
that's hard. I know exactly how hard lists can be when you're trying to do your favorite movies.
Yeah.
So, but again, thank you so much for having me on, guys. This was
Not a
great.
problem. We usually do the sci-fi, but sometimes the movies are really hard, so
Mhm.
it'd be easier just to find 5 movies that the particular person chooses
Okay.
one. All right, Anzo, what's up, bro?
Yes, sir. Big Afford Entertainment. That's the channel. You guys already know on Sundays we do Rule of Three. Then we got Equilibrium, which I wasn't on. I missed the show this week, but I'll be back next week. Don't worry, guys.
Good deal.
Chaotic Conversation with Danny, Chris, Mads, Terrence, and now Christy. So I hope you come on once again because it was fun to have you on here.
Yes.
Tomorrow night's going to be on the Chaotic List on my channel. Every night we're on with Rob Storm's Nation. We also have Square One, and I also have the OCC, which is off our chest. So subscribe. I'm one more away from 100, guys. This one. So subscribe, and thanks for checking me out and us out.
All right. I'm Danny, aka Comment Chat. This is my channel. You can find me on YouTube every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm here at the Chaotic Conversation where we're ranking something. This time it was artists. Next week it'll be movies from 1999. Tomorrow I'll be on Anzo's channel. He'll be doing the Chaotic List, and I'm not sure what the topic's going to be, but please join us if you can. Fast forward to Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's when you'll catch us on Square One, where we talk nothing but sports. Me, Anzo, and Roberto, and we usually have a guest each week, discuss what's going on in the NBA and NFL. And then twice on Sunday, first time is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch me, Anzo, and Chris on the Rule of Three, where we discuss all kind of topics. Then 2 hours later at 5, you can catch me, Terrence, Anzo, and John on Equilibrium, where we're mainly discussing Stargirl.
Oh, by the way, last night's episode. Oh my god, it was fire.
Is the best one ever?
For me, yeah, it actually was.
Oh god, I gotta wait till tomorrow so I can fucking see it.
What'd you think of it, Terrence?
Oh, to me, they all great. Because I'm looking for specific things, and
What's the name
it's playing out. It's playing out exactly how I wanted it to play out.
what's the name of the episode?
Brainwave Junior.
The next one is called The Shining Knight, so I'm waiting on that.
Oh, I just can't wait, bro. It's like so fire right now.
Everybody, please, if you have not subscribed to Anzo's channel, he's only one away from his first goal, which is 100. So please, it don't cost you nothing. It takes 2 seconds to hit subscribe. So please do that for him. He has good content, man. He's a good brother. Maybe trying to get him to his 1,000 subscribers. We're gonna take one step at a time. His first goal is 100. So let's go ahead and do that for him. I think he'll be on tonight on Storms Live. I won't be on there because y'all talking all that game stuff. That's out my wheelhouse. I won't be there, but I'll be supporting you from afar. Until next week, I want to thank all my guests, regulars that come.
Danny.
Yes, sir.
I thought something amazing happened. I thought I had like my powers that I had as a kid when the floor was lighting up when I was walking on it. But then I realized that I wasn't doing that. It was actually the sun just shining on the floor. So.
And Danny, did you watch that video I sent you?
Which one?
The basketball one.
No, I have not watched that yet. I will watch because of you.
Okay, please watch that video and then just tell me what you think because we're gonna discuss that one on Square One, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
And then Mr. Anzo, you let me you contact me later when to hit you up. Yep.
Yeah, after the stream with Rob, no problem, bro.
Maz, hurry up, come back. I know you're taking care of personal business. I don't want to go into it on the air, but we're thinking about you, and we be glad to get you back next week. So until then, and again, Chrissy, thank you for joining us, and we'll be
You're
glad.
welcome. Thank you so much for having me on. This was great.
Thank you. And until then, we'll see you next week.